possibly a beautiful day and that it's not raining at the moment, right? So I'm leading this morning practice from the morning practice booklet of the Mayum Mountain Foundation. And we are based in California. And so the booklet is up in under the About menu for the channel. Pull that down, you'll see the link to the booklet. YouTube doesn't like to allow you to copy and paste, to actually click a link, but you can, it's very short, so you can get it. And then that allows you to access this text and then really practice along instead of just listening. Listening's fine, no pressure, but to really get the whole dimensionality of a practice, we need to hear it with our own voice, ideally, because there's a lot that goes on in the brain when you sound something out with your own voice. I've just been dipping into this a little bit into the research, because I've got that kind of curiosity mind. So there's a little bit of power that comes from deep learning and so forth. That comes from the effect of sounding things out in your voice, hearing them resonate through your body. And that just carries through your day in a certain way. Right? All right. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna start our day as we always do with a water offering. I'll do that in English today. Void is pool of water with 8 pure qualities. I offer now to the Buddhas and their circle. As you accept it, may I and all sentient beings gather the accumulations, purify obscurations, and empty samsara from its very dams. Sala Tathagata Saraparivanam. Ayam Pratipsa Puja Mega Samudra Saparasmaya. Then we're going to go down to page 6. The perfection of wisdom, the mother of all the Tathagatas. In one syllable, and we'll meditate when we get to the syllable, which is ah. I am the great mother, Prajna Paramita, thus have I heard. At one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great gathering of 1,250 monks and a great gathering of myriad Bodhisattva Mahasattvas. At that time, the Blessed One said to Venerable Ananda, O Ananda, since the perfection of wisdom in one syllable will bring benefit and happiness to sentient beings, please remember. It is like this. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Ananda, together with all the monks and Bodhisattva Mahasattvas, realized the perfection of wisdom. They rejoiced and thus praised the speech of the Blessed One. Now the refreshing happiness and exaltation practice. This is the foundational practices of the Khandro Tuktik, or the profound path of the Dakini Heart Essence. As entering a session, we start on page 10. Essence of all the three times Buddha's precious guide, know me. I pray you bless my mind stream. Essence of all the three times Buddha's precious guide, know me. I pray you bless my mind stream. Essence of all the three times Buddha's precious guide, know me. I pray you bless my mind stream. This fine body, free time, and fortune will be hard to gain again. Now attain the unsurpassed Samantabhadra for others' sake. Now this precious body is here, yet due to the foe, the evil ruler of death. The time of death is uncertain, view self and others as impermanent. The states of rebirth we wander through, oh, no chance of happiness. Don't look for worldly happiness, take the path that needs past sorrow. While having this body, free time, good fortune, abandon afflictions, three poisons, non-virtue. Cultivate dignity, strive in good deeds, guard vows and pledges of the three gates. It's a vast wish-granting tree in the space in front, on lion throne, lotus, sun, moon seat, is my teacher Toteng Sam in the attire of Vajradharan, with consorts Sogyal in equal union, body Sangha, speech sacred dharma. Wisdom, mind as the nature of Buddha, they embody the three roots victors, the essence of oceanic refuge sources. Namo, until awakening all beings and thine, go for refuge with other devotion. In the guide as Vajraholder, essence of the three tools. Namo, until awakening all beings and thine, go for refuge with utter devotion. In the guide as Vajraholder, essence of the three tools. Until awakening all beings and thine, go for refuge with utter devotion. In the guide as Vajraholder, essence of the three tools. For free all beings, infinite as space from the ocean of existence, I will fully rouse the supreme mind awakening beyond compare. Oh, to free all beings, infinite as space from the ocean of existence, I will fully rouse the supreme mind awakening beyond. Oh, to free all beings, infinite as space on the ocean of resistance. I will fully rouse the supreme mind awakening beyond pain. Humble on a lotus and moon seat, from whom the guide is Vajrasattva. Conch so I one face, two hands, he embraces the consort holding Vajrayana. They're adorned with silks and jewels, on the moon in the hub of a Vajrathari. 100 syllables surround the home, from the nectar of awakening flows. I descending that these darkness, faults, and failings become cleansed and purified. Om Benzazava Samaya, Manipulaya, Benzazava Dinava, Tida Dida Mebawa, Sutukaya Mebawa, Anarata Mebawa, Supakaya Mebawa, Savasidim Impayatsa So Kamasusami, Siram Shiram Kuru Hum Ha Ha Hum Bhagavan. Savatata Gata Benzumami Musumin Bhavama Samaya Santam. Om Benzamaya Manipulayam Benzamandinava. Nina Nina Mebawa, Sutukaya Mebawa, Narapta Mebawa, Supakaya Mebawa, Sarasidim and Bayatsa Savakama Susami. Tiram Shiram Kuru Hum Ha Ha Hum Bhagavan. Savatata Gata Benzamami Musumin Bhavama Samaya Satam. Here me was, the guy me was, me was, me was, so me was, so Tiram Shiram Kuru Hum Ha Ha Hum Bhagavan. Savatata Gata Benzamami Musumin Bhavama Samaya Satam. Benzasabasamaya Manipalaya. Benzasabatena Tita Tita Mabala Sutukaya Mabala Naruto Mabala Supakaya Mabala Sawasitam Impayasa Sawakama Susami Tinam Shinam Dharam Aha Bhagavan Sawatatakata Benzamami Mitsu Benjibala Masamaya Sato. Protector from ignorance and misconceptions, I've gone against and damaged my pledges. Teacher, protector, please grant me refuge, foremost your home. You embody compassion and love, leader of beings, I go for refuge. I openly acknowledge and let go of all impairments of root and branch pledges of body, speech, and mind. Please purify and cleanse all misdeeds, obscurations, faults, downfalls, and taints. Vajrasattva smiles with delight and says, Noble child, all your misdeeds, obscurations, faults, and downfalls are purified. Loving and alive, Vajrasattva dissolves. 3 realms, worlds, beings, what appears and exists, along with body, wealth, merit, or offering. As a Samantapatra offering crowns, accepting them, please grant your blessings. Radhamandala Puja Home. 3 realms, worlds, beings, what appears and exists, along with body, wealth, merit, or offering. As a Samantapatra offering crowns, accepting them, please grant your blessings. Padnamanda Puto. 3 realms, worlds, beings, what appears and exists, along with body, wealth, merit, or honor. As the Samantapatra offering crowns, accepting them, please grant your blessings. Padnamanda Puto. Within a vast dome of pure wisdom light, I appear as a Dakini Sugyam. Above my head on lotus sun moon is the root teacher Tetang sound. Bright red sporting clasped Vajran bound, body ablaze with marks and signs. Is adorned with silks and jewels, with legs crossed in Vajra pose. He dwells in vivid light rays smiling. Going again, Yakin Chansam, Pemai Kisa Tampon. Yasen Cheki Nutuni, Pemai June Shisundam. Kodu Kandom Pokor, Keki Jesutan. Tingni Lopshi Shiksu So. City. And we're going to do this subsequent verse called the 7 branch offering 7 times. Free teacher, essence of all Buddhas, all victors, we pay homage with our 3 gates. Offer outer and inner offering clouds, I bear beginningless misdeeds and failings. I rejoice in all virtuous deeds. Please turn the wheel of Dharma. Remain not passing beyond sorrow. I dedicate merit to the spectrum of beings. May the supreme unsurpassable heaven be attained. Three teacher essence of all victors, I pay homage with my three gates. Offer outer and inner offering clouds, they bear beginningless misdeeds and failings. I rejoice in all virtuous deeds. Please turn the wheel of Dharma. Remain not passing beyond sorrow. I dedicate merit to the spectrum of beings. May the supreme unsurpassable apple be attained. She teacher essence of all victors, I pay homage with my three gates. Offer outer and inner offering clouds, they bear beginningless misdeeds and failings. I rejoice in all virtuous deeds, please turn the wheel of Dharma. Remain not passing beyond sorrow, I dedicate merit to the spectrum of beings. May the supreme unsurpassable apple be attained. Tree teacher essence of all victors, I pay homage with my three gates. Offer outer and inner offering clouds, they bear beginningless misdeeds and failings. I rejoice in all virtuous deeds, please turn the wheel of Dharma. Remain not passing beyond sorrow, I dedicate merit to the spectrum of beings. May the supreme unsurpassable heaven be attained. Tree teacher essence of all victors, I pay homage with my three gates. Offer outer and inner offering clouds, they bear beginningless misdeeds and failings. I rejoice in all virtuous deeds, please turn the wheel of Dharma. Remain not passing beyond sorrow, I dedicate merit to the spectrum of beings. May the supreme unsurpassable heaven be attained. Three teacher essence of all victors, I pay homage with my three gates. Offer outer and inner offering clouds, they bear beginningless misdeeds and failings. I rejoice in all virtuous deeds, please turn the wheel of Dharma. Remain not passing beyond sorrow, I dedicate merit to the spectrum of beings. May the supreme unsurpassable heaven be attained. Tree teacher essence of all victors, I pay homage with my three gates. Offer outer and inner offering clouds, they bear beginningless misdeeds and failings. I rejoice in all virtuous deeds, please turn the wheel of Dharma. Remain not passing beyond sorrow, I dedicate merit to the spectrum of beings. May the supreme unsurpassable heaven be attained. She teacher essence of all victors, I pay homage with my three gates. Offer outer and inner offering clouds, they bear beginningless misdeeds and failings. I rejoice in all virtuous deeds, please turn the wheel of Dharma. Remain not passing beyond sorrow, I dedicate merit to the spectrum of beings. May the supreme unsurpassable heaven be attained. KK teacher Tatang Sel, I pray with heartfelt. Please bless us, quell all obstacles, confer for empowerments, grant accomplishments. KK teacher Tatang Sel, I pray with heartfelt. Please bless us, quell all obstacles, confer for empowerments, grant accomplishments. KK teacher Tatang Sel, I pray with heartfelt. Please bless us, quell all obstacles, confer for empowerments, grant accomplishments. KK teacher Tatang Sel, I pray with heartfelt. Please bless us, quell all obstacles, confer for empowerments, grant accomplishments. Omaho Amakara Soa City. Omaho Amakara Soa City. Omaho Amakara Soa City. Mahamaguru Sasini. Back up. KK teacher Tetting Cell, I pray without falling. Please bless us, quell obstacles, confer foreign empowerments, grant accomplishments. From the teachers for places, white red, and the late dissolving in my four places, from four veils clearing for empowerments on the scene. The teacher melts into me inseparably within a state of luminous greatness. Amen. Soyama Rinpoche, glorious, precious root teacher, top the lotus seed above my head. With great kindness, care for me, grant the cities of body, speech, and mind. May I never be born apart from a teacher and enjoy an abundance of Dharma. May I fully perfect the stages and pass, swiftly attain the level of Vajra. Through this merit, may I swiftly accomplish the state of the glorious teacher. May all beings, everyone, be brought to that same level. And down to 27. Kindest essence of all Buddhas, to the precious one from Adhyana, I pray. As life's appearances start to fade, bless me with birth in the palace of lotus light. So if I have two things that I wanted to say, and it's partially for my sake, so I can remember to put these in my book. One is that a beautiful thing about Tibetan Buddhism, I don't know how true it is of other forms of Buddhism, I'm going to say. They talk of body, speech, and mind. And these are the avenues by which we attain enlightenment, really. We use our mind, of course, like in mindfulness meditation or calm abiding meditation. We're working primarily with our mind, but we also have our body in a certain kind of upright posture if possible. And there's special postures, if you want to be like a Zen people. And then your speech is silent, right? But here in these merit building, purification style practices, and also in the practice of becoming the deity, which are two main aspects for people practicing Tibetan Buddhism. We're using our body, we're usually turning a mala or a little Buddhist rosary in our hand. And then we're using our speech reciting. So in turn, that's really touching base with our nervous system. The sound vibrates our brain and the nerves in our body, and definitely affects the nerves, neurotransmitters. This is talking about things in a modern way, but I don't mind doing it. Are the same as hormones. Did you know that structurally? They call them neurotransmitters when they're inside nerves, and they call them hormones when they're floating around in our body. And there's an interplay between the two. And this has been the great, when certain, in the 70s, people began to integrate like holistic techniques of healing and so forth. This communication between the two, the whole flow of our body, which is steeped in hormones. And
mind, what we're seeing, what we're doing with our minds, what we're doing. They didn't emphasize speech so much, but it's there. Are interconnected, right? One big holistic unit. So I feel speech is really a great part of practice. So the other thing I wanted to say was somebody, you might ask, why isn't Buddha Shakyamuni visualized here? Why are we working with all these epithets? These different names are for Guru Rinpoche Padmasambhava, who brought the Tantric Buddhism to Tibet. And these are call outs, Vajradhara, Vajraholder, and Guru Rinpoche, he's appearing as Vajradhara. They're both elements of Tantric Buddhism. And from the point of view of Tibetan Buddhism, the totality of the Buddhist literature and wealth of knowledge is grouped into two kind of groupings: Sutra and their commentaries, Tantra on the one hand, kind of ascribed to Buddha Shakyamuni, and then Tantra, whole body of literature called Tantras that are incredibly powerful means of enlightenment. And here Buddha means to purify and expand or awaken. Bodhi is awakening. Bodhi, Buddha, Bodhi's awakening. Sangye, the Tibetan equivalent, means to purify and expand. So the Buddha becomes anyone who's woken up, and also the aspect of our mind that is hidden right now, the totally awake and pure quality of our pristine consciousness, which is currently hidden over by temporary veils, hidden over. So it's said, we call Padmasambhava or Guru Rinpoche, or here, Pema Garwang Toteng Sal, lotus skull garlanded adept. Wow. We're tuning into that totally awake quality, and it's a metaphorical example of how this practice belongs to the Tantra tradition, even though, of course, all the common elements of Buddhism up through Vajrasattva in this practice come from Sutra. Just want to say that. So Udyan or Udiana is an area some people have different theories about where it was, but most people think it was in the Swat Valley of Pakistan, and because there's this huge, there's these ruins there that are incredible Mahayana Buddhist stupas and temples and monasteries and so forth there on the Silk Road. And they still exist. You can find YouTube channels about them. That this was the area where Guru Rinpoche came from, which at that time was considered, like in a way part of India, far reaches of India, out on northwest borderland on lotus blossom, right in the 7-line prayer, they say. So just wanted to say that. I'm a little disorganized.